Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Diary of a Mystic. Thank you so much for joining me. This is my third video on Krystal Kenney Lee. She has a court appearance Friday, February 8th, an advisement hearing in her first appearance in Colorado court. This is my third reading on Krystal Kenney Lee surrounding the Patrick Frazee case. I did a follow-up reading surrounding Krystal Kenney Lee dated January 22nd, 2019. I will put that link to that video below. And I stated in that video that she would make an appearance within 2 to 4 weeks from that reading. You're welcome to go back and watch that video. When it comes to Krystal Kenney Lee, she is now under investigation for disposing of evidence, which is Kelsey Barrett's cell phone. Her cell phone pinged, as we all know, near a South Central Idaho cell tower on November 25th. The DA spokesperson for this case stated that there is a, quote, case against Kenney. She goes by Krystal Kenney, or also known as Krystal Lee. I'm calling her Krystal Kenney Lee. Just makes it easier. So she's facing 1 count of tampering with physical evidence and could face up to 18 months in prison. So this is an advisement hearing. And I'm stating what I have read from the news. First, I want to share with you the date and a number that I did receive surrounding Krystal Kenney Lee. They first gave me the number of 11. So if I receive an individual number, that could be 11 months. That could also be the 11th month. That could also indicate the 11th day of a month. So just keep that in mind. I also received the date of November 16th, 2018. So we're going back to November 16th, 2018. Something surrounding that date, surrounding Krystal Kenney Lee, came to me in this reading. I also heard, made a deal with the devil. Okay, so when I hear audible spiritual messages to me, made a deal with the devil. They also told me she is an expert on Patrick. You know, when you're in a relationship with someone or you're very close to someone, you get to know everything about them. She is an expert on him. Made a deal with the devil. Her current energies right now from the reading, she's very bitter. She's angry. She's also making excuses. She's been very irrational. Begrudgingly came to me as well. Begrudgingly accepting an offer. She's shut down. Energies also of stubbornness, selfishness, absorbed, and she's isolated herself. So essentially she has shut down emotionally. The turn of events that came about for her has now put her in a state of mind of complete isolation and shutdown. She may have also developed or has depression. Okay. And there's a numbness to the energies in her reading, like she's numb to emotion. She's numb to everything around her. – Deal with the devil she was very misguided. She was also very naive to Patrick Frazee. She was willing to cross boundaries or to do anything that it took. I think she also has, and I've talked about this before from her energies and of this situation, that she was heartbroken, regretful, still in love with this man, and would do whatever it took. She's also carrying the burden of an exchange. So essentially she has carried, most likely has taken on or carried the weight or burden of others' responsibilities, meaning she has carried the weight or burden of Patrick Frazee's decision, responsibility, and I also see exchange of money, but a small amount of money. She has either indirectly or directly, I'm picking up from, something to do with a small amount of money. So a small amount to me would be, say, nothing larger than $1,200. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of money, but I'm talking like a minimal amount, not more than $5, but that's what they're telling me. She's carried on some type of energy where it has not only manifested itself for her physically, mentally, and emotionally as well. She's taken on the burden for him. There's also something associated with her coming in to cooperation or cooperating with authorities. I do see that, and something attached to Patrick Frazee's family or family estate. I still feel that there's something connected to his mother's home or where he lived. And there's something connected to Krystal Kenney that I'm picking up on, that either she has some sort of connection to that with him, okay, or something connected to the family home. There's also a sense of rebuilding back her reputation, rebuilding her life again, okay? But there's also a sense of cooperation or working amongst a group of people, meaning this could be working amongst a group of investigators, legal authorities, law, etc. I have spoken about how I have picked up on that she is a key to this whole situation. There's many truths that are going to come out regarding her relationship surrounding her and Patrick Frazee. I do see that coming out. Something is definitely going to be highlighted, and there's going to be a truth or truths that are illuminated surrounding her relationship with Patrick, as also the truth surrounding Patrick's relationship with Kelsey Barrett. I do see this case not going away anytime soon. It's going to be a slow progress of events. It's going to be slow and steady. It's going to last several months, especially going forward from now to August. Okay, something's definitely moving forward, but it's a slow pace coming from the reading. And there's also a victory in this case. So I do see some type of victory coming in where either he is fully prosecuted or justice comes. So there's victory coming in. There's a breakthrough that I see in this case coming in, especially in the next several weeks. But in the long term, I do see this lasting till August or the next 6 months. So there's a breakthrough coming in, a truth, especially in this reading. There are 2 cards of truth or truth-telling. She has a lot of inside information that I feel that is closely tied to in regards to Patrick Frazee and his mom. I don't know why his mom really is coming to me in this reading. There's insider information that I feel that Krystal Kenney Lee, the rodeo queen of 2008, has insider information tied to Patrick Frazee, his family, his mother, etc. So she's the expert on Patrick Frazee. It'll be interesting to see what comes about for her. Now, she is facing a count of tampering with physical evidence, but I feel that they're building a case. That is just not one specific pinpoint that they're going to focus on with her. I think they're possibly going to give her some kind of deal that she at first was very begrudgingly against. So she's coming into the reading very non-accepting of an offer, bitter, angry, shut down, self-absorbed. Okay, very self-absorbed. Also, the image of her came to me as of her kind of wrinkling her nose and being like, ugh, you know, just like she has some type of attitude towards this where she was very stubborn. So begrudgingly, or feelings of that, a lot of excuses and irrational behavior. Very self-absorbed woman. So I do see the veil lifting in terms of confusion or what the hell is going on. We're going to learn more, especially at lifting in the next 6 months, and there's progress towards moving out of this difficult period, especially I see for Kelsey Barrett's parents and her family, and moving through this. Something definitely more positive is coming in. If there's anything that can be drawn from this on a positive note, meaning I see that there's going to be a pathway that's opening up, okay, that's lifting in a positive manner. And there's a breakthrough that's coming. So a lot of energy in terms of courage. This also may indicate that Kelsey Barrett's mom may testify. I feel that as well on down the road. Okay. And there's a great energy of courage coming from the reading. And there's a breakthrough, and there's the truth is going to come to light. You know, truth will set you free. So that's the big byline in all this, is the truth will set you free. I don't see Patrick Frazee going free, but definitely there's a breakthrough coming in that will be for the betterment of Kelsey Barrett's family. So she's very much been, or didn't realize she was, Krystal Kenney Lee, the sacrificial lamb through all of this. that she's taking or had taken the downfall, or was willing to make a deal with the devil. She definitely did, and I see that more in this reading. And when I'm doing these readings, clairvoyant readings, tarot readings, energies change. More information will come to me. And I'm definitely seeing more opening up. And I wanted to do this reading days ahead of her court hearing, which is scheduled Friday, February 8th. But if you go back and watch my second video dated 1/22/19, that was a Krystal Kenney Lee follow-up reading, go back and watch that, because there's many things I spoke about in that video. So she could possibly face up to 18 months in prison. But I definitely see this going on for some time. I don't see her in terms of being charged right away. But I do see that they're almost like they're making a deal with her. There's some form of exchange coming from her with prosecutors and her defense. So there's an exchange. I definitely see that, and I definitely see that she shouldered the burden for something where she really didn't have all the facts. She may have been misled or misguided by Patrick Frazee, and I see that it was real. It was kind of like, it may have been built up more from him, or she may not have understood the consequences, but it was for a ridiculous, if what we have known is true, in terms of him solicitation or soliciting other people to carry out this act. It was not for a large amount of money, but there's something connected to the family. Okay, and I keep picking up on his mother and the family home, the family estate. And there may be an indicator that they go back to his family home, or they have gone back, and perhaps we don't know about that. She has a sick addiction with Patrick Frazee. This is a toxic relationship. It's been one where it was more of an addiction for her. There's something about him that she craved, and that there was something about him where there was they're telling me, a falsehood. But she was very naive and innocent to fall for whether she was falling for his charm or his persuasiveness or his ability to somehow give her what she wanted, even emotionally, attention, something. But they have a very, whether she realized it or not, she had a real kind of a sick, toxic connection to Patrick Frazee that was not on a healthy level. So yeah, she's definitely very self-absorbed. So this is what I have surrounding Krystal Kenney Lee, the third reading ahead of her court hearing scheduled, her advisement hearing scheduled on February. Please leave your thoughts, comments below. And I appreciate everyone who's watching my videos and subscribing to this channel. You can also follow me on Instagram. I'll leave the link below. diary_of_a_mystic. And if you'd like to email me, you can at any time at diaryofamystic1@gmail.com. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stay blessed, and I'll speak to you soon.